Welcome to Dog Van Dam's Potion Shop, and this guy totally looks sane. Nah, of course, I'm just kidding. He looks like a total drug addict. Not that this is a surprise given the game's standards, so I guess, yeah, it's par for the course. Anyway, what this guy does is that, well, obviously he sells you potions. At the beginning, only red potions are unlocked, so you can either buy red potions with a certain amount of rupees, or 5 red chew jellies. I said 15 before, but it's actually 5. You can also unlock green and blue potions by giving him 15 of the appropriate chew jellies. I'm going to give to him right now. So I have 35 green chew jellies, so I give 15 of these to him, and I'm going to unlock green potions this way. That means that I'm going to be able to buy green potions for rupees here, and I can also trade in 5 green chew jellies for a green potion anytime. Also, brace yourselves for some of this game's stellar voice acting! And to think some people want full voice acting in Zelda games, this is why it's a terrible idea, as if the CDI games didn't give you a good enough indication. Voice acting in Zelda games equals terry bad. Okay, so now he's going to go ahead and mix this brand new, unheard of kind of potion. Also note the rupees on his shelves. I'm not even gonna bother with them since I can't carry them anyway. And boom! Because chemistry automatically equals explosions. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but having studied in that field, it couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah, I know you're disappointed. I imagine you thought a chemist's job was to make explosions all day. Anyway, we got some green potion, which honestly shouldn't last too long because green potions, well, quite frankly, they suck. They don't really have much of a use, especially with how easily accessible blue potions are in this game. I already explained why it has nothing to do with this guy and everything to do with the Koroks at the Forest Haven. Anyway, now that we're done with our errands here, we can actually go and take care of the pirates. There is something, though, that I want to show you. In order to be able to enter the pirate ship, you're going to need a password. Now, I just want to show you what happens if you know the password beforehand. Obviously, because of prior experience with the game. Well, let's see what the question is. This time it changes every game. Who cleans pirates' ears? That would be swabbies. So, by the way, it's very important to spell it. The first letter uppercase and the rest lowercase. Swabbies and... No, that's completely wrong. No, it's not. But it's just the game's way of forcing you to see the scene where you actually learn the password. So we're going to go do that right now. And since the pirates want to get through a certain stone slab on Outset Island, makes sense that we look at the bomb shop. We're closed today, so scram now. Needless to say, it's not the bomb shop's owner, because as we're soon going to see, he's in a rather precarious position. So what do you want to do? You want to head up those vines into this little hole. Let's all be sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. And cue the pirates theme, which automatically indicates that the pirates are in there. And I don't know about you guys, but I just love seeing this guy being all tied up and shit. Because remember when we first came here, the price he asked us to pay? Well, he actually had the guts to ask the pirates to pay the same price. And, well, this is what happens. You don't fuck with pirates, ever. But I guess I should mention that after this little episode, he's going to wisen up and offer bombs at a lot more affordable prices once I gain the ability to actually carry bombs. I don't know if I'm ever going to come back here for bombs, because they're rather easy to find on the field, but nonetheless, it's just something you should know. Now the pirates are talking about how amazing Gonzo is for getting the postman to spill the beans like that. Oh, come on! There's no merit whatsoever. Quill just loves exposition more than anything else in the world. Mako talks about the prospect of Gonzo and Tetra being married, and look at Gonzo, he's all like, you totally know that he loves the idea because he's got the hots for Tetra. Creepy pedophile once again, par for the course in this game. And understandably, Tetra is a lot less enthusiastic about the idea. By the way, just something that I guess I should mention that I missed earlier. Gonzo said that he suspected there was something odd about Link the first time he met him on Outset. But while he turned out to be the hero and shit, at the time that we left Outset, we didn't know any of that, so Gonzo's assessment was actually completely wrong. It's only after they parted ways that something started being off about Link. And here Gonzo wants to argue that the pirates want to stay on Windfall Island for the night, and he's not getting a whole lot of support. Who's for a night of fun? Nobody's speaking. Maybe because everyone's scared shitless of Tetra or something like that. Tetra wants to rush to Outset Island just in case Ganondorf decides to go there and destroy the place as well. And Mako starts putting two and two together and believes that Tetra is more worried about the island than the treasure, which is the case because Tetra isn't evil at all. She's pure and innocent and all that jazz. And she saw us, and suddenly she changes her mind completely. She allows the pirates to stay on the island for the night and eat and drink and whatever pirates do in the middle of the night. And look at that once again! Gonzo's jerking off motion, which is made even worse this time around by the fact that you don't even see his lower body and the fact that he seems to be walking in place. Sorry, I just love that scene so much. Oh my god. It gets me every time. So yeah, today's password is Swabbies. As I said, I spelled it perfectly the first time, and it wasn't enough. You really have to see this scene in order to be able to know what the password actually is. And you know what? He can rot in there for a little while longer, think about what he's done, and maybe if we ever meet him again, he's going to be in a better disposition. So now it's time to head back to the pirate ship, and as I said before, there are a few different passwords that the game can choose from for each playthrough. Sometimes the password will be treasure, for example, or plankton, or whatever. This time, it's Swabbies. So let's type Swabbies again. I guess as for the riddle itself, it's sort of a play on words, you know, about the cotton swabs, better known as Q-tips, just in case the joke went completely over your head. So, now we can actually get in the pirate ship, and this time around there's nothing, or rather no one, I should say, guarding Tetra's room, so we can head inside. You can see the Triforce on this diagram, one of the pictures that we saw during the intro of the game, and, okay, some random jewelry, and a picture of what I would assume to be Tetra's mother, the previous leader of the pirates, as that random pirate said earlier in the game. And go down there, and look who's here! Nico's been left all alone by the other pirates to look after the ship, and all the other pirates said you got done in by that bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress. Oh, come on! We just heard the other pirates that talked like they knew that I was alive because Quill told them. And they don't even tell poor little Nico. Aw, must suck to be behind on the news in a game like Zelda. So, now, the reason why I'm here is because Nico is going to have another little test for me. Remember the test that he made me pass way back at the beginning of the game? Well, this one's a little harder because there are no platforms for me to stand on, so I have to swing from rope to rope. So it's not difficult at all. Though I guess it's easy to fuck up, but it's in no way difficult. And besides, the reason why we're passing this test now is because we're going to need that ability later on in the game. And up the gate goes, even though he's nowhere near the switch. Don't ask how this works. The switch that opens the gate is in the same place as before, as I just said. If you get all the way to this side before time runs out, I'll give you the bombs we got in town! Awesome! So we actually get something really interesting if we do succeed. And the gate closes, so bye! Screw you! Nah, I'm just kidding. Though I'm sort of wondering what would happen if the pirates came back and they saw that Nico locked himself in there. So, okay, let's see if I can do this without screwing up. Don't bank on it. Okay, so I want to be careful and aim correctly because there's the same problem as before. Those lanterns tend to swing around a lot, and these two over there even move. And by that I mean the top of the rope changes positions, as you just noticed, because the other one was right over there, and here's the other one that comes right by me. So here I have to make a pretty long jump, so I'm going to make sure that I'm going to swing one more time just to make sure I'm going to make it. Oh man, that wasn't even close. I guess this one is going to be a bit longer though, so let's be very careful. I guess maybe I could cheat and use the Deku Leaf. Is it even possible? I've never actually tried because, let's face it, it's not difficult enough to warrant doing that. Now, okay, there. I'm not even close to running out of time, so here we are! So now we can have some of the bombs that the pirates got! You did it already?! Hey, if he thought the first test would take me a year, I guess he never thought that I would be able to succeed, and he says he's never even passed this test, even though he got over here, right? So how did he do it? By doing a long jump a la Mario or whatever? Yeah, don't tell anyone, like they're not gonna notice that some of the bombs are missing. So let's go and open this chest, and we are going to get... Oh, we've already heard it several times, and it's not even a surprise, even though it would have been fun if there were a fake out and this were something else completely. But we got the basic bomb bag, which can carry up to 30 bombs, and this also allows me to use a cannon attached to the ship. The cannon apparently doesn't even come separately. And apparently Tetra was watching me the whole time from that stone. And needless to say, she's not very happy about this turn of events, so what she's going to do now is strike a deal with me. As we learned, the pirates are going to stay at Windfall Island for the night, so if I can get to Outset Island before daybreak, then she's going to let me keep Jaboon's pearl, but if I don't do it fast enough, then they're going to come by and steal the pearl for themselves. Unfortunately, put two and two together about what I told you last video about this night not ending until I get the pearl. That means, basically, I have unlimited amounts of time to head back to Outset Island, so I can dilly-dally and do other stuff like, for example, expanding my wallet size, which we're going to be doing in the next video, I guess. You didn't get all of our bombs. Well, I would imagine so that he didn't have only 30 of these. So this game really likes to make you think that you're pressed for time, that you constantly have to hurry before something bad happens. But that's never the case. You always can dilly-dally around and do random stuff and side quests and shit. That's why they're in the game after all, and you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's keep Nico stuck in there. Just to... Well, I guess we won't be able to see the reaction of the other pirates when they come back, but still, I'm all for letting this little rat get into trouble. So, it's time to call it quits for today. So next time, we're going to start making our way back to Outset Island in order to get Jaboon's pearl. And we're also going to make a slight detour to make our wallet a little bigger. It's about time. But I guess first we're gonna have to read some mail.